Listen to people, insiders around the Chicago Bears. They'll tell you that our quarterback plans could be revealed at this upcoming draft combine. Me, C-Dub, and Bobby are going to talk about it all and more right after this.
Now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. C-Dub, Bobby Haize, we all in the building today, as we always are every Sunday, to talk about our Chicago Bears. And man, I try to avoid it, bro. You guys know, been trying to keep quarterback topics off the discussion board, but it's been so much shit over the last couple of days. You just couldn't avoid it. Between Brad Briggs saying that Justin Fields knows that he's out of Chicago, Albert Breer came out as well and said that a framework of a deal for Justin Fields could be agreed upon at the draft combine. We got to talk about it a little bit, man. All these stuff, and that's just half of it. I just mentioned two things. It's literally been like 16 stories on Justin Fields in the last in the last day or so. But how you guys feel coming into the draft combine and what Brad Briggs has said? Do you guys think that Justin Fields could really be on his way out the door? C-Dub?
I mean, that's always a possibility. But when I hear these guys, these different names, Greer and Brad Briggs, they don't know. I said this. I said this on the mailbag episode yesterday. Like, everybody's trying to jump out front and get ahead of this story and be the reporter of the year, breaking where Justin Fields goes. So they trying to get whatever little tidbit they can. Now, this is ridiculous. I don't know if it's true. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it is not. I'm just waiting to when Ryan Poles says we're trading Justin Fields, we're drafting Caleb, or we keep it Justin Fields, either or. All this rest of this shit is irrelevant.
For sure. Then that's pretty much how I went with it yesterday as well. Just saying, like, because the I believe it was Albert Breer that said that the framework is already in place, and I'm like, damn, how is it already in place? And the Bears haven't even spoke to any of the prospects yet. No interviews have been done, at least as far as I know. So I'm like, how is the framework already out there in place? But I believe that the front office has done a hell of a job keeping things close to the chest, and that's what I'm gonna stick with. No one knows really right now. And I believe Justin Field don't know right now. And I think the Bears are playing it close to the chest and not trying to lead them on, which I respect. Don't keep me around and make me feel like I'm about to be a part of this future if you just gonna trade me. So I gotta show the Bears respect in that regard. So Justin Field doesn't know that he's out of Chicago yet. It is a possibility, like C-Dub said. And as we get closer and closer, it just makes me more happier that we about to get ready to end this shit. Because I'm sick of it.
Listen, you guys, I try to come. I want to really come in here and give a big analysis, but this is what I'm saying. Brad Briggs don't look like he's gotten pussy in the last 12 months. I'm not believing you on Justin Fields, my guy. Like if you look at Brad Briggs from the start of last season to where he is now, the man in age 5 years, bro. Like, go get you some pussy, my guy. Like, that's
dog, yeah,
bro. Brad Briggs been aged a lot. Now watch. He follows me on Twitter. I hope he doesn't see this, because if he's ever looking at me for a job, I didn't fuck that all up now. I ain't never beaten those allegations. But what I say with all this, man, is that I will give Brad Briggs this. Brad Briggs' story has not changed. He's been in the Bears are going to trade Justin Fields bandwagon literally since about mid part of the season. So I will give him his credit. While a lot of these other analysts and things like that and commentators have flip-flopped on the situation depending on whoever they want to click the video that week, Brad Briggs has been consistent in what he's been saying.
I can give you that.
So I got to give him the credit for that. I got to respect somebody who sticks to their opinion and keeps it pushing. I feel like because of how close to the vest the Bears have played this, how much they have set up, I really do think that a lot of these national media people are hoping that a clear-cut answer would be given with the Bears coaching staff. They ended up building a coaching staff that is going to be good for either way. They said that even in their press conferences. The national media motherfuckers don't know what the hell to do right now, bro. They don't.
Yeah, bro. And then at this point, they pick their side, and at this point, they're all biased. They want a particular something particular to happen. They either want Justin to go or they want Justin to stay. Yeah. So anything they report is irrational. So shut the hell up and just wait for Ryan Poles. Simple.
Yeah, and I think that's where you got to give people the credit at. For the people that stayed on their side of things, and I think people get it twisted when they be like, when you look at other sides, you know what I'm saying? Like us, most people know that we like, hey, continue to build around Justin Fields. But then you get the bozos and like, oh, you're switching up just because we have the conversation of, hey, there might be one of these quarterbacks that the front office feels better than Justin Fields. They feel like that's a switch up. So you just got to take this thing for what it really is. Look, if Brad Biggs got all the answers, kudos to him. But I will say, Haize, you're right. He has been consistent with his point of view. But it's just a lot of people they be flip flopping as well. So
Yeah, a lot of people flip flop, man, and you know that's the biggest thing that I don't like. You guys know I went on my rant not too long ago. The thing that I hate the most is that people who just use this situation for clicks or whatever else, or to galvanize the fan base. Like hey, we gotta hold ourselves accountable too, because Bears fans, we playing right into the dumb shit, man. I real talk. I can't abstain you guys from it. You guys are playing right into the dumb shit, and that's why you notice. Here, like we don't talk about the quarterback situation anymore. I'm not debating you motherfuckers. 3 of y'all got blocked after I told you motherfuckers to leave me the fuck alone about quarterback debates. Now y'all blocked. Now what? Now Haize is the asshole on social media. But nonetheless,
Just that
but like,
they so
go
they
ahead.
so
Go ahead, Bill.
invested. They so emotionally invested in this decision. Like, I understand being invested because it is our football team being from Chicago. Wow, what like y'all betting your life on it and shit. Like, it ain't that serious, my guy. Y'all need to stop investing so much into this damn decision, bro.
And to highlight what I said earlier, because you know I like my visual references. This was Brad Biggs in 2021.
Damn, he definitely.
This is
getting that,
Brad
bro.
Biggs now.
Oh man, bro. We gotta take him to Las Vegas, bro, because he definitely ain't getting it, bro. We gotta take him to Vegas, bro. It's
you
just
got to take
walking
her through a
around
bunny
Hey,
ranch,
everywhere.
bro, my man is stressed. Now, don't get me wrong. Following the Bears every day it brings its
ain't
own
it?
stress enough,
Woo,
right? But
boy.
go get you some pussy, my guy. But
I know
like,
that hand
and,
is worn out, bro. It's wore the fuck out.
and then don't get me started on David Kaplan. We already took care of David
Did
Kaplan.
that.
Shout out to David Kaplan for coming through
My
real quick, man.
melty, my melty.
David Kaplan came through right quick. We got to shout out to David Kaplan. But to get back on the situation, man, all jokes aside, when it comes down to this QB situation, the Bears are set up perfectly to make the right decision. Either decision that they make, they're in a position to develop, grow, and put a quarterback in a much better situation. And if it is Caleb is going to come in to one of the better situations a number one overall pick has ever come into. Period. Go and check the history. Go and check where the Bears rank. Go and check the talent. He'll be coming into a great situation. Right. If they keep Justin's going to have the most talent and the best team around him that he's had yet in his time in the NFL. That's it.
Agreed. I'm with you on that. That's why I don't understand why people like Caleb might not even want to be there, bro. Do you see the offensive coaching staff that they just built? Don't you know that this guy's getting a middle of the pack offensive line, a defense that was top 5, and you got a number 1 receiver and a number 1 tight end already? Come on, bro.
I just couldn't believe that when I heard that Caleb don't want to be a Bear. Like, this is his dream to come to the NFL. It don't matter where you get, you just landed where you going. You just pray to God that you got drafted to your dream job. So I didn't never believe that.
For sure.
Ever. Absolutely. And Caleb is smart. Like, there's nothing I can't believe that Caleb Williams would look at what the Bears situation and say, hey, I'd rather, don't get me wrong, for personal reasons, maybe he'll rather go to Washington or New England or whatever else. Right. But like, you're coming into a situation where the team has the most cap space, more draft picks to keep building around you than these other teams that they would have to give up to get. Like, it'd be a situation. So, at the end of the day, like I said, I'm open to whatever because I'm a Bears fan first.
Yes.
Just win. Whatever it takes to win. Can we win? That's the most important thing for me.
Agree. I'm with
you. I love W's. But yeah, we need them W's. So, but with that said, so the draft combine does start Monday. What are you guys looking for? Are there any storylines or anything you tracking into this outside of the Justin Fields thing? But what are you guys looking forward to most in this draft combine to kind of add some clarity maybe to the Bears plans?
Oh man, I want to see what the young players are worth. I don't really like the draft because I like physical contact with pads on and actually playing the game. But the front office, they like this thing. This is like Christmas for them. They get to look at all the young players. But it's one great thing that's going to happen right now. We can get those quarterbacks in there and have their interview. We can get those quarterbacks and have the whatever you could see them run the 40 or whatever you want to do with the quarterbacks, and it's getting closer to closure with a decision that we need to get out the way. Jesus, it's getting closer.
Facts. Me, I'm looking at everything. I like this kind of stuff. Just to be able to come in and break it down with the wide receiver, see how they releasing off the ball, how they coming out of breaks, defensive backs, how they drop it back in coverage, the hip movement, everything. So, C-Dub, when you talk about some of those guys that look at it like Christmas, I'm one of those guys. But I really want to see, will the main focus this draft combine be on offense, on the offensive side of the ball? Because the last 2 seasons, we could probably discuss things like it was kind of even, but I feel like the defense was a little bit favored more so than, the offensive side of the ball. Now I want to see, with the new makeup of this offensive coaching staff, will you focus on the offensive side of the ball? So now you can say in year 3, we took care of the defense. We started that foundation. Now we taking care of the offense to set that foundation. So I'm really, really excited to see what tight ends might be coming up, what wide receivers and offensive linemen, and potentially even more running backs. I want to see that. So
the storyline I'm looking forward to the most, and this is just because of me surveying the national media, because keep in mind, you guys, please call me out if you think I'm wrong, or just correct me if I'm wrong. But the conversation so much has been Caleb and Justin Fields, right? I'm looking for how over this draft combine period and until the draft it changes. Do not be surprised if once Marvin Harrison works out for people, the new storyline becomes, well, should the Chicago Bears go generational wide receiver or generational quarterback? They're gonna switch it. They gotta switch it at some point, bro. Then the next thing we're gonna be arguing about is the wide receiver or the quarterback. Like, that's what I'm looking for to start. And then also what other quarterback is going to rate. Because every year there's a quarterback that wants to combines and work out and pro days start. They're like, oh, well, Caleb was the number one, but hey, I don't know. This other guy, Jaden Daniels, looking pretty good. Like, it's going to be those type of things. And so I'm looking out for that. But outside of the storyline part of it, I want to see where the Bears focus kind of is. Because we already know quarterback, wide receiver, but like, is it edge? Like, to Bobby's point, like, is it going to be a high-end offensive talent? We haven't drafted the edge in the first 2 rounds yet, so there's still more defense that Ryan Post can double down on. But I think kind of getting a feel for where the Bears' focus is the most important thing to me.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. When you think about one of the quarterbacks, that's a very interesting comment right there. Which quarterback do you think would be that person that'll sneak up and try to snatch some headlines? I think it'll be Jaden Daniels.
It's definitely Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is going to be the one that people are going to talk about. Like, hey, it came in here with Caleb Williams and Drake May, but Jaden Daniels may be better than both. Watch what I say. You can't have almost 4,000 yards rushing and almost 1,200 yards. I'm sorry, 1,200 yards rushing and almost 4,000 yards passing, and people aren't going to come in and be like, hey, man, I don't know.
Agreed. And you got guys like Louis Riddick supporting him and bringing him up in his conversations. I think Kurt Warner also brought him up. And then you got Bucky Brooks, who's NFL scout. He break this stuff down, who's showing love to Jaden Daniels. So I think that a lot of people feel like his gaps in between the top 3 quarterbacks, it's going to get a lot closer and a lot tougher for a decision for these teams.
Is Marvin Harrison Jr. even going to go to the combine? Is this for certain?
I haven't heard that he wasn't.
Because does normally the big time players like the for sure 1, 2, 3, do they always go to the combine?
I mean, I think it always depend on like if they ended the season with an injury or something like that. But I haven't heard that he wasn't gonna participate.
Since you said it like that, Caleb better take his ass to the draft combine because the end of the season wasn't that is to be desired. That's all I'm got to say.
But see, I can see Caleb being one of the ones. I can see, and Drake, man, I'm not just trying to throw Caleb. I can absolutely see those guys saying, hey, we going 1 and 2 regardless. What do we need to go to the combine? All we can do is hurt ourselves potentially by going to the combine.
Yeah,
go to my pro day. That's definitely something they can do.
But when I'm gonna throw this in, and I ain't just picking on Caleb, but all the quarterbacks at the top that's destined to be chosen in the top half of the draft, I think Caleb had the poorest second half of the season. So I would think he had the most to prove. So I would think he would go, but he probably don't. Seeing what my man Haize says, what do y'all think of that?
Like I said, I can see the him and Drake May sitting this out. I can really see it.
Yeah, because I think the consensus is already does that in a lot of people's mind, he's Patrick Mahomes 2.0, but we need to get rid of that. Y'all putting too unfair pressure on this kid for no reason. But it's gonna be teams that feel like that. And they're gonna be like, hey, I don't care. As long as we get to see him at his pro day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some players do that. They'll say, skip the combine. I want to work on some stuff, polish up my game, and then come see me at my pro day. Because this is gonna be a lot of guys, first impression, probably not these quarterbacks, you know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be their first impression, especially with the interviews or something like that. They might want to polish up on a few things like passing, drop backs, hip movement, throwing on the run. They might want to polish that thing up. That's why sometimes they push those things back to the pro day. It allows them a little bit more time to polish up on their work.
Oh yeah, and to finish up, I see somebody said C.J. Stroud went to the draft combine last year. When this is just my opinion, like the top 10 players, I think it's all strategic if they're gonna do it or not. I think C.J. Stroud was more of trying to climb those draft boards. That's why he entered.
Oh yeah, because he was being disrespected, bro. Like for real.
Yeah. So
in the way. Yeah.
So we'll see, man. Draft combine time is always fun. What is it? The franchise tag date is the 5th. So we got a little bit. We're coming up on that, which brings us to our next topic. We're getting close to the decision needing to be made about Jaylon Johnson. I know that the free agent period hasn't officially started. We are in franchise tag right now. I know we talked a little bit about it last week, but how you guys feeling? Has your thoughts changed at all? Are the Bears going to franchise tag Jaylon just to make sure he's here next year regardless? Are they going to go into these negotiations with good faith with no franchise tag?
I'm going to tell you like this, Jaylon Johnson, there is a plan B. I think they can get you signed for the contract, a nice, hefty, nice money. But if you want to BS and play around, you tag his ass. Can't let Jaylon Johnson walk out this door. You cannot. So if you can't get something done, tag, you ain't going nowhere, brother.
I'm kind of on the side of what you said. Me personally, if I'm Ryan Poles, my approach is to go in this with good faith. We had negotiations during this past season, so we know what your number was. We know that there's a potential that it will increase because how you entered the season. So Ryan Poles should already have that in his mind. Now, if y'all come to the table and you can't get it together, I need a little bit more time. So you could tag them right there. And then I believe you have until July or something like that to get a full but there is a deadline. Somebody gonna have to fact check me on that. Once you tag them, there is a deadline to where you can still sign these guys for the long term.
Yeah,
so
I think it goes up to almost training camp, I believe.
Yeah, so if you don't get nothing done by March 5th, you can tag them and say, hey, we want more time because we don't want you to walk out the door. Let's negotiate.
Bro.
And you got until whatever that deadline is closer to training camp to get it done. Bro. So I wouldn't see nothing wrong with that.
Tag, you're it. Hell, what are you talking about?
Listen, like I said, if I'm Ryan Poles, we talking all up into Jaylon Johnson up until the deadline of the franchise tag his ass. If we ain't come to close on the framework, my boy, go ahead and take this tag. Let's keep talking. But you tag now, my nigga. That's what we doing. Don't worry about nothing.
Isn't the projected tag for his position is about 19 million?
18.7. 18.7.
Yeah, so they round that up 19. And then so I think that's fair. Like you still gonna be paid within that top cornerbacks on that 1 year, even if you don't get nothing done. But hopefully they can get something done for the long term. This guy's still 24?
I think we can get it. I think we can get it done, though.
I say
we gotta be able to get it done, bro.
Jaylon, you gotta be a part of this future, man. The future is bright, bro. We need you.
He said he'd take a discount too. He said he ain't
listen. What is he supposed to say? Hey, no, I want all my money. Listen. Hey, I'd be willing to take a discount. It's like, how much willing you take? 200,000. Okay, what the fuck are we talking about, Jaylon? What are we talking about, bro?
For real, what
we doing here? I'm gonna get one less car. That's what we're gonna do.
Why is y'all talking about Bryce Young? Y'all crazy
Because
as hell.
there's some idiot in the chat that keeps talking about Bryce Young passing for more yards than Justin Fields last year, acting like Bryce Young didn't play 3 more games than Justin Fields too, and he only had like 200 more yards than him. It's like motherfuckers just sticking on shit to be corny and dumb.
Okay.
Listen, this is what happened when y'all don't shape y'all babies' heads like why they kids, man. Like I can tell people they didn't really care.
Rub the baby.
He ain't even get dropped on his head. My pop's in the building. Let me clean it up. My pop says defensive edge rushers are close to talent 1 through 3. As far as 1 through 5, I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is clear number 1 wide receiver, but think top 3 are closer than people think. QB is closer than people think too, in my opinion.
Agreed.
Dad, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on the thing. Marvin Harrison Jr. and the other wide receivers are close when you look at the numbers. But Marvin Harrison Jr. was the offense for Ohio State football.
Yeah.
Not in the same way the other two and Neighbors and Ndonze were. Like that, it was different. And he also had McCord again, I live in Columbus. I'm an Ohio State guy. McCord also is a god awful college quarterback. So I think it's a little bit different there, but I agree with everything else you said for sure.
I think it's closer than what a lot of people think. I would say for most of the players, the things that Pops brought up for sure. Especially the quarterbacks is definitely closer. I would have Marvin Harrison up there. That he's that tier, but right below him, Malik Neighbors is right there, bro. He right there. But the generational guy is Marvin Harrison. Let's make that clear.
Yeah, bro. What? He had Sam Bradford type quarterback throwing to him.
Marvin, and that's the thing, Marvin. If we're talking about one true generational talent in this draft, it's Marvin Harrison Jr. That's it. It's not close. It's Marvin Harrison Jr. So.
Yeah.
We'll this what the fuck you talking about showing $50,000?
First of all, he's in YouTube comments capping for Bryce Young. He ain't got 50,000. I guarantee you, my boy ain't made $50,000 in the last 10 years, bro.
What is going on with y'all?
Like, bro, your woman's still selling feet pics for y'all to make rent, bro. Chill out, man. Chill out,
mods,
bro.
y'all ain't doing your job. Come on,
chill
now.
out, bro. Chill out.
Let's get this bozo out the chat.
Yeah, we gotta go ahead and sit
what
old
you want me to do?
Down.
Go, bro. Nobody really holds cash anymore. So what you want me to do? Pull up my bank app?
He wanted to pull out a couple cards.
Any last thoughts on anything, fellas, before we get up out of here? Man?
For real, we're trying to be good on this Sunday.
Yes, sir. It's combine coming up, man. We get closer and closer. We're gonna see the kids get out there and run their 40 times, lift some weights. We getting closer to the decision, baby. Let's get it.
Why not draft Caleb at
Lou,
1?
what you smoking, bro? First of all, in what world? This ain't Madden where you could just turn up the sliders and be like, yeah, we're gonna draft Caleb number 1. Boom, we're gonna trade up to number 3. Let's go ahead and get that Marvin. Do you know what you would have to give up in this draft to trade up to number 3? Bro, come on. Y'all gotta stop. Video games have ruined some of y'all brains, bro. Like real talk. It's crazy, man. Y'all gotta touch grass, bro. Go outside. Like, just go outside. Some of y'all stay in the house way too much. Go outside, touch some grass, bro.
It's a sunny day, about 50 degrees outside. Yeah, take y'all ass outside.
I'm definitely taking the kids outside.
Go ahead, Bob. Any last thoughts before we get out of here?
Hey, y'all make sure y'all tune in. It's just getting started. And y'all head y'all big ass down to Bros Barbecue and subscribe to NBA Central. NBA Central. We know we got some NBA Central guys. We know we got some NBA people in the chat. NBA Central.
Man, that's crazy, bro. That's hilarious, man. Guys, thank you so much, man. This has been already a great offseason, delivering daily content. Draft prospects are going to kick up around the draft combine. I'm going to start having my list. I think I'm going to go position by position. We're skipping the quarterback position because y'all already know. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So we're going to go position by position per needs for the Chicago Bears and the players that fit that. That'll start tomorrow, so make sure you guys stay tuned in for that. But otherwise, you can follow us at Chi Bears Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoBearsCentral@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail, the number to do so, 773-242-9336. We're the number 1 spot for everything Chicago Bears related, thanks to you guys. Chi-Town up, bear down, y'all. Peace.